All right, ready to go. Greetings, fellow human beings. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how I edit my photographs. But to do that, we need to take some shots first. So let's do it. So we are in my neighborhood. So of course I have an idea of the few things I'm gonna shoot. Not everything, but 2 or 3 shots. And this is one of them. This old bike abandoned here with the vegetation growing over it. I like the contrast of colors between the green and the pink. So I'm gonna be shooting this first. And maybe I'm gonna shoot that at 35, let's see. Yeah, 35 looks good. So the bicycle is at the bottom of the frame. And yep, I think that's good enough. One shoot here. Okay, moving on to the next location. So here we have this red building, and I really like the color red because it pops, especially with my editing. And it's old, I guess abandoned. I've never seen those doors opened. I don't know, is that a warehouse or I don't know what's that, but it's abandoned for sure. And yeah, I'm gonna shoot that. Maybe different ways. One documentary, meaning just like as we can see it now, and then maybe different angles from the side of it, or I'm gonna try to be a little bit creative here. So, first of all, let's see. Okay, oh, I like the sky as well, and okay. So maybe we can do something like that. What about 35? Okay, maybe 35 is good. It's a little too dark though. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, I don't want any car. French car though. Citroën. I mean, there is a BMW over there, so cannot avoid that one. Back to work. So, something like this, I guess. Okay. So this is one. Kind of like the green leaves over there, so against the back, the red back. Drop maybe a little bit of white as well. Maybe. And then I'm at 50, my favorite focal length. I don't know if it works here. Maybe that. And I would like to include the sun somehow. Maybe. Okay. It's not gonna work. Not so much. And another place I want to shoot is over there. There is an abandoned, I think it's a kisate, a tea house, like an old cafe. This place here. I like the sign with the crane. You can see here. Oh yeah, the sun here. Okay, sun flares. Have to try to include that in the picture. Yeah, that's I think it was a kisate, a tea house or something, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna shoot that too.
for a long time, like the lonely do.
So. Next spot.
I know you've been too.
I'm afraid this house there will not be there for long. The grandmother who lived there on her own, she passed away, I think 2 years ago. I think she was 94 or 96 years old, and she lived there on her own. And since then they moved the pots, plants, bicycles and other stuff which were in front of the house, so it's kind of clean except for those bushes there. And as you can see, it's really crippling down. So they already destroyed one building I'm going to show you down there from the Showa era. So that's going to be also fate of this building. This here is our local shrine, and they put up the pole, and I think they are getting ready for Tanabata Festival, Tanabata Matsuri. I'm pretty sure that's the one. So yeah, that's a really cool spot for a few pictures, I guess. I'm gonna be shooting this. So here is where the other Showa era building was. I think it was a shop, but I have no idea what kind of shop it was. And honestly, it was not very interesting. No lanterns, no interesting storefront. It was just an old building. And it was still there last week. Now it's already gone. I guess they're gonna build something, but I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the place. But yeah, things go away pretty rapidly, so. Alright, so same video for you, different day for me. Now we have a bunch of pictures which I transferred to the computer using this little card reader here. I bought under $10 at an electronics store near our house. Let me jump into the computer. So as you can see here, let me show you from the beginning. So I have this folder where I put most of my stuff here. It's just called 1. And I have 1, 2, and 3 editing files. What's here? Songs for maybe future videos. What's about here? Oh yeah, that's where I put the pictures we're gonna edit now. And over there is nothing. So depending on the different projects I might be working on, I have 3 editing files that I use to put the different raw pictures, because the first thing I want to tell you is I only shoot raw and only raw. I don't shoot raw plus JPEG. I don't need JPEG format at all until the photographs is edited, and then I would save it as a JPEG file. But when I shoot, I only shoot raw because I want to have all the data and all the flexibilities that the raw formats allow me for editing. So that's the first thing to know. I only shoot raw. So then, now that we have our pictures here on the second editing file, I put everything there, including the videos which are at the bottom. So the videos from the Canon R8 here, and the videos from the Insta360 that we'll be editing later. Another thing to know, it's not only photography editing related, but more like video editing related. I might make another video about my video editing process. But I start by editing the photographs first before to start putting together the video, because the photographs, first of all, which one will I keep, which one will I throw away, and then depending on that I might cut some videos. I might not use some of the video clips I use. So anyway, first of all, I edit the photographs and they will give me the direction of the video. So that's another thing to know. So now here we have our pictures, and the first thing to do is select the one I'm gonna keep and the one I'm gonna throw. There is only one picture of this subject here, so that's gonna be the one. Again, only one, I think, or I think I already started to throw some of the pictures. Here we have two. Okay, so that's gonna be a good example. You see, those two pictures are pretty similar, but I don't know which one you guys will keep, but I will keep this one. Because if you notice, the two main leaves in the middle there, they are more set apart in this picture than in that picture. So I feel that the gap between the top leaf and the two middle leaves and the bottom leaves are more even than this one, in my opinion. So they feel the frame better. That's just what I think. So I go here and delete. I'm not going to keep that one. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to do that for every picture. It's going to be boring for you. But the first thing to do is select the keepers and the one that I will throw. So let me open Photoshop. Yes, because the second thing to know is that I edit with Photoshop. The reason or the reasons are multiple. One is I started designing before taking pictures. So for designing stuff, I use Photoshop. So I'm familiar with Photoshop. That's the first thing. Second is I do my thumbnails, video thumbnails with Photoshop because I can write the titles and everything. Another thing is for the cafe, I did the menu and the posters of the different cocktails and stuff with Photoshop. So I always use Photoshop for many different things, and I can also edit my photos. So I think I have Lightroom in the computer somewhere, but I maybe open it just a couple of times just to try to see and understand how it worked. But I think pretty much everything I could do on Lightroom I can do with Photoshop, plus I can do titles and other designs with Photoshop. So that's the reason why I use Photoshop and not Lightroom. The very first thing I do, the layout is in French because I'm French. I usually go to geometry here and I try to straighten the photos. It doesn't always work. Obviously, when I, on purpose, I took a picture slanted, I don't want to straighten it, of course. But even sometimes I want to straighten it, but the computer doesn't do a good job at it, and it's kind of weird, so I leave it the way it is, or maybe I try to straighten it manually. But yeah, anyway, if it works, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I know some of you, Giuliano, sorry about that, Giuliano advised me not to always straighten because it's boring, but that's the way my brain is. I need, first of all, before to work on the canvas, on the picture, I need it to be straight, otherwise there is something wrong about it. So that's just me. You don't need to straighten all your pictures, that's just my stuff. So you can see here, different. So I think it works better if it's straightened, in my opinion, but that's just mine. Then I go here. I might add a little contrast, but usually about 10, but not necessary. You know, it doesn't make a huge difference. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But what I do is clarity. Nowadays, cameras and lenses are pretty sharp, which is a good thing if you do professional work or if you want to have the sharpest picture possible. That's a good thing. But sometimes, artistically speaking, we don't want too much sharpness. So I go here and I go about -20. I usually don't go over -20 nor below. Usually I go about -20 because it might be too much of the effect if I go over. Under 20 doesn't make much sense. I think about 20 is good. So maybe you can see that it softens both the edges, but also it blooms the light. So that's the thing I do. Next, I might add a little bit of texture back to compensate, kind of. And that's basically what I'm going to do right here. Basic settings, I think that's the English translation. And then I go to étalonnage. I don't know the English name for that. I'm going to put it on the screen. And then I go to the blue tint, primary blues. And then I go to the saturation one and I add about 50. It's always 50. Sometimes a little bit less, especially if it's weird on the skin tones. Sometimes it makes the skin tones too much orange. Then I adjust that, but usually it's about 50 because it pops the color. Look at that. The pink of the bicycle and the green of the leaf, much better in my opinion. And then the tint, blue tint here, I like for artistic purpose to go about minus 20, sometimes minus 10, minus 20. On that picture here, it doesn't make too much of a difference. What it does is, I don't know if you guys can see on the leaves, they are pretty green and now they are a little bit orangish. And I kind of like that style. And also you can see here, that corner, there is some blue. And then it's more like a lighter blue. And I kind of like that. So this picture was shot at 125 ISO. I always set my ISO on auto. I trust the camera to do the job. And I topped them at 6400. I think I could go above, but I find that when I remove the noise, the digital noise, different things to talk about digital noise and grain, or noise for films, photographs. But for digital camera, I don't like the digital noise. So I remove it with the AI tool. I don't need right here, but usually it's about over ISO 600 something. But under that, I don't really think I need to remove. There is not much of any noise you can see there. And that's about it for the first picture. Sometimes I will go to color management. I don't know what's the name for that. And then individually I will work on different colors. Here we have some pink, so let me see. I don't like that pink. It's too much on the purple side and a little cold in my opinion. When I go the other way, plus, it's better, but I don't really think I need to work this out. What about the saturation? No, too much saturation, not good. Less, don't like it. So I'm going to keep it as is. And brightness, maybe a little more brightness, not too much. 20, yeah. And we have a red mailbox. So I like my blues to be more light blue, toward the light blue, toward the cyan color, I think it's called. But I like my reds to be more on the orangish side. So just what I like, taste. And for this picture, that's about it. It's done. All right, so I open it. And then here, file, save. And the title will always be the same for any project. Number 1, that's the first picture. ISO 125, I think it was. Then here I forgot. I'm gonna open here a new tab and then I create a new file. And that's going to be the title or approximative title of the project, video project. So here, how I edit my photos, let's say like that. I open it. And here I go. Where is it? It's right here. I change from RAW to JPEG. And saved, done. So usually now I will throw, do not save, and I will throw the picture. Usually, once it's done, these two, erase. I won't do that now because I want to show you the before and after, but usually I don't keep the raw files. On to the next picture. How am I gonna edit this? So first of all, I will apply the same settings as I did because I want to keep a consistency throughout the same project. I go here. Straighten it. I think it looks better if I straighten. Not straight, straight looks better to me. Here already we did some changes, but the sky is a little too white. So I'm gonna go here and select sky and move this guy away. Exposition down. Contrast, let's see, what does it do? Yes, contrast is good. Clarity a little bit down again, not too much. Dark. Not much here.
maybe the color toward cold, toward the blue, right? Not too much, but a little bit, maybe about -10. And saturation, about +10. Veil correction, what does it do? Let me see, it didn't select the whole sky, did it? Oh yeah, okay. And what about clarity? Do I need some clarity? Not much. This? No? Okay, gonna keep it like that. Yep, so the sky before, sky after, to me it looks better. Okay, so here the ISO are at 20,000, right? So I go to detail, noise reduction, that's a new AI tool. You can already see here on the fence, it's pretty noisy, and here about 40. I don't go over 40, it's too much. It looks like oil painting if I go over 40, but 40 is good. Sometimes I go 30, but I think 40 is good. And then if I go to the sky instead, you can see here, you see the difference? So then I go do it. It's gonna take a little time. All right, so now the job is done. And if we go check the sky, see? Still a little grainy, but not digital noise too much. It's a little grainy, but it's okay. It looks good in my opinion. Here we have a red wall. So I want to work on this one specifically. So what did I do previously? Yeah, there is no pink. I'm gonna set it back to 0. I go to the red and I want, okay, not good. First of all, I need it to be brighter. So I bring it all the way, quite a lot this time. Yeah, I think it's good. Saturation, maybe a little. 15, 16, 15. And the tint here, yeah, I say I like my red to be more orangish. So about that, let me see. Yeah, kind of like that. Maybe a little more contrast on this one. Let's see. The shadows are too dark, maybe. Oh, okay. So that's the way I'm gonna edit this picture. I like it the way it is. Open it. Save it. Sorry, to ISO. Alright, back to how I did my photographs. JPEG. Save. Alright, so onto this one. Oops. Same setting as before. Wow, look great already. I love it. Okay. Too grainy. I mean, too much digital noise, you can see, especially here on the red. Not too much on the green, but the red is very, very, not grainy, digital noise. And if you see, if I apply here, it's gonna change dramatically. See? Okay, do your job. Boom, done. Beautiful. Same process. Save, oops, 3 ISO 5000. Go to the how I did my photo file, JPEG, save, done. And throw it. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys is now I'm recording, so I don't play any music in the background, but usually when I edit my photograph, I love to edit my photograph and I want to put myself in the right mood, in the right vibe. So I will play Spotify in the background, some radio of artists that I like. And this is also a way for me not only to put myself in the right mood, in the right vibe, but also to discover new songs and potentially songs that I'm gonna use in this actual project. As I edit the photos, I'm already in some type of mindset, and if the music matches that mindset, then I'm gonna use it in the video, in the editing, because music is very important in my life in general, not only in the creative process, but in life in general for me. I like the flares in my photographs, even though they create color aberrations. I kind of like it, stylishly speaking, and also because of the AI image generators. I think if you have these kind of imperfection in your picture, it looks more real, authentic. It's a sign that it's not an AI generated image, but it's a picture that was taken on a camera. So this is why I'm not bothered with chromatic aberrations, color aberrations. Again, too much digital noise. I'm gonna go here. Gonna go here. Yeah. Good job. That's okay here. Again, imperfection is all right. I like it. All right, so I think you understood the idea. I'm not gonna edit all the photographs that I took. I mean, I'm not gonna show you all the editing of the photograph that I took. You will see them all at the end of the video edited, I guess. But I'm gonna try to choose one picture that will turn black and white because the editing is slightly different. So let me see if I can find one that I think will work better in black and white. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this photograph here and turn it black and white. So I open it here, and then from the beginning, I'm gonna do like saturation 0. Then gonna straighten it. Tack. Oh, it's a little weird, no? Is it? A little bit strange. Okay, manually I'm gonna do this. I think it's better. Okay. I like the fact that there is a grandpa here wearing like indoor clothes, I think. All right, so I want to get rid of the digital noise. I mean, on a black and white picture, it looks like grain, but not a big fan of grain, to be honest. I think it works on other photographer pictures, but as for me, I don't really like it somehow. Then, what else? A little bit of contrast. Yeah, maybe that. What about adding clarity? Not too much, but a little bit. Texture, a little bit also. Highlights, a little bit brighter. Okay. Okay. Maybe like that. Gonna keep it like this. I think it's okay. This guy is a little bit blown though. Veil correction. Okay. There is a subject there, so I might want to brighten it a little bit. So I bring the tool right there. Let's see if not too much. Yeah, okay. And this is how I will edit a black and white photographs. Although sometimes I will add a little more clarity, sometimes I will keep the softness depending on the result I want or the mood of the photograph or the project overall. But yeah, I'm gonna edit it like that this time. All right, so now I'm gonna finish to edit all the pictures, but basically you understood what is my editing process. It's nothing much, I think, but this is the way I like to do. I used to use some presets. Let me show you before we wrap up this video. Okay, I take any photograph here, and here I have a bunch of presets. Where are they? Oh, here. That I made over time. Portrait 1, basic night, creamy, day stylized, daytime preset 1, preset 2, preset 3, 4, and so on. Green orange preset, that's pretty over the top here. Ine, black and white sepia, temple preset. This one is kind of cool. A little bit too much blue there. But nowadays I don't really use them anymore. I might get back to those, but now I tend to do less editing or just the right touches that I like, whether that really transform the picture into something very different. I think it is different from what the camera produces, but it's not too different from what I see with my own eyes, if it makes any sense. Whereas I used to edit to really put a style or an artistic approach, a rather dramatic one, to the picture, and this is something I don't really do anymore. I try to be closer to the authenticity of the picture, or at least the way I see it. Alright, so I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and that you got something interesting out of this. Thank you for watching. As per usual, hang a little more for the extra photographs coming at the end of this video. And until next time, enjoy the ride and spread the love.